Hello everybody, my name is That Joe Guy and welcome to Black Mesa. Stepping back into the warm bath that is the Half-Life universe. Look at me. Hi everybody. Some of you may know me from my playing the Half-Life 2 series and Half-Life mods, and today I am playing the relatively new released remake, fan remake even, of Half-Life 1, otherwise known as Black Mesa. So there's a couple things I want to cover before we get started here today. Just a little intro about the game and my experience with the Half-Life 1, Half-Life series and Half-Life 1 in particular for those who are new. If you don't want to hear all that, just go ahead and skip to when I actually hit this button here. But basically, this game, I mean, many of you probably know about it. It began development in 2004, got an official sanction eventually from Valve to actually make this official commercial release, and here it is, made by Crowbar Collective, which by all accounts it's really good. Like, I'd say worth the wait, but 16 years is a long time. But it's been an early access release for a long time, and it's been recommended to me before, but I thought I'd wait until it's fully released at the very least. There is apparently a definitive edition which is meant to come out eventually, with some gameplay tweaks here and there and some bug fixes, but well, I'm kind of happy going in 1.0 as full release. Let's just go for it. I wanted to talk briefly about Half-Life Alyx. I am well aware that that game exists, and I actually haven't heard too much about like how good it is, or even if it's a sequel or a... Oh, I don't freaking know, but the point is I don't have a VR headset, so unfortunately as of yet I cannot play it. One day I may get a decent enough VR headset to make a playthrough of that possible on the PC, but I ain't committing to anything at the moment. So yeah. Now, to talk a little bit about my experience with the Half-Life series, obviously I did Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2, all completely blind on this channel as I never played it before. I've since done a few mods here and there, which have been some really great experiences actually. And now I'm going into Black Mesa, which I'm not completely blind on. The reason for which, once upon a time, like, oh god, maybe 15 years ago or something, I have played Half-Life 1. But barely remember it. Ever since then, my any familiarity with this game at all comes from the, frankly, amazing YouTube series Freeman's Mind, which if you haven't seen, I would really recommend. It's a really well-made, funny, not Let's Play of Half-Life 1, it's more like machinima, like you know, in Gordon Freeman's mind as he's going through the ridiculous situation of Half-Life 1. And because that's kind of like a watchable comedy series, I would not say I have like the level layouts or anything, and I've no idea how Black Mesa switches things up. So I'm not blind for Half-Life 1 or its story, I am blind for Black Mesa. And I think that was everything I really wanted to cover. For those who are new to this channel, I very much enjoy the Half-Life series. It's fun action, but I also am really interested in its world, its story and characters, which I understand there's less of in Half-Life 1 in general. There's not as many characters to latch onto, it's a bit more of a straight shooter, but I will be paying attention to the environment and what's going on. I mean, despite it having less story than Half-Life 2, it kind of paved the way for early story, like immersive story in shooters. So I'm keen to see how this is adapted in this new version. Let's get started though. Now, every now and then you may see the UI flicker. I've tried my best to minimize that. It's just a known bug. I'm hoping that this is not going to be too egregious for everybody, but this is the first time kind of going into the game, so get a new game. Well, I mean, chapter 1. Black Mesa Inbound. God. I haven't run the game so far, so fingers crossed everything doesn't go completely pear-shaped at this point. Scooby-Doo, let's do the do. Oh. Whoa. Ooh. With a jolt and an oomph, here we go. The classic tram ride here. Introduction. So, yeah, for those who did not play the original Half-Life 1, it started with this big,
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
Tram ride.
This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel.
So not the original voice actors, I see.
8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105.
Yeah. That is the level I also like to get high.
The compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
I don't speak Fahrenheit. It's a Europe thing. We do everything sensibly except our multi-country unions. Topical! Hey, oh god, loading already. The classic loading Half-Life thing. Well, I'm hoping not to have to edit past these, so I might as well use this little intro to say this looks great so far. The point of the original Tram ride was kind of to show off just how much they could do with the engine that they have and try and immerse you in this environment, which is certainly having a good job. I sort of feel like this is going by faster in this version.
Train is inbound.
But there's enough to catch my eye, that's for damn sure.
Dormitories. 2. Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the central transit hub.
I don't think any of the stuff that she's saying is particularly plot relevant exactly. It's not even really giving me an insight. It's really meant to be background stuff, whilst the actual attention is drawn to visuals.
To the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security branch.
Get an idea of the sort of stuff that Black Mesa Research Facility does. A little bit of everything, as long as it's dangerous, basically. In the event of a fire, use a hammer to break glass. Is this a hammer? Doesn't look like a hammer.
Due to the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound, no smoking, eating, or drinking are permitted within the Black Mesa transit system.
And in the same way that the original Half-Life 1 wanted to show off its visuals and its environments, it's exactly what the remake here is doing, and look at this. Look at this. I've never played a better looking game in... Oh, I was about to say the Source Engine, but is that even accurate anymore? I don't know, it feels like the Source Engine to an extent.
Keep your limbs inside the train at all times.
To a large extent, actually.
Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
Yeah, I imagine that some people will be able to comment on like how they've updated the text potentially in the dialogue. That will be interesting to see. Again, I'm not like beat for beat familiar with all the dialogue that happens. I burped. Do you know what I never wind up playing? The Half-Life 1 expansions, like with you know, Barney and oh god, I forget the names. I think it's like Code Blue or something, or one of them's from the perspective of one of the SWAT guys sent to kill you, and the guys who couldn't spell. Godspeed ye, holy doorman. I mean, I would have got that. All you need to do is ask. I really like the detail that goes into environments like this. It's like, so, like, do not scrimp on the small stuff. I recently played Final Fantasy 15, which I know a lot of people don't like. I don't think there's probably a lot of crossover between Final Fantasy fans and Half-Life fans, but what the hell do I know? But... well, I don't know, like,
A reminder that the Black Mesa
I really enjoyed the game, and one of the reasons I really enjoyed the game was that its environments were so detailed and so felt thought out, and with a game which deals with, like, massive, sweeping, epic battles, gods versus... whoa.
Broadcast transmission.
I just... oh, my computer's fucking doing something or updating something, and it freaking quit on me for a second there. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, for like a game which displays god battles, god v god, you swinging flashing swords and casting magic spells. Adding the little detail of having like an abandoned beer bottle next to a stack of documents sitting on a bench somewhere really helps put that bigger stuff into context, makes the world feel lived in, and so that big stuff hits a lot harder. I love that stuff, and this is it. I mean, it's basic environment design, but you don't always see it, and I appreciate it when we do. It works well. Hang on. Theoretical physics. I'm just scanning the text. We are getting some context about what Black Mesa does. Wow. Haha. Yes, you're much better than your predecessor. Well done. I mean, a game like Final Fantasy has like a specific design philosophy though, like it wanted you to relax with like the buddy road trip thing, and therefore putting extra detail into the mundane environments actually went towards that design philosophy as well. I expect it less from a game like this where it's more about the action. But again, all this stuff here is to immerse you in like a real environment, say, hey, this place is real and some shit is about to go down.
A reminder to all Black Mesa personnel. Regular radiation and biohazard screenings.
I'm pleased to see they have not shortened this tram ride. I wasn't worried about it exactly. They could have clipped it for like a more modern audience, which is used to their games kind of starting a little bit stronger. And you gotta bear in mind that a start like this was a strong beginning for a game which usually got you right into the action. It gave it its own identity immediately. Back in the 90s or whenever this was released. Whenever Half-Life 1 was released. Now though, we're kind of used to, whoa. We're used to story-heavy beginnings before we're able to get into the action. Here we go. Test labs and controls facilities.
Please
so a start like this
the
is
automated door and wait for the security officer to verify your identity.
Maybe less popular these days, but I like it.
Check your area for personal belongings. Thank you, and have a very safe and productive day.
Some people didn't follow the rules. Oh, I load places, for I am a video game player. Don't release. Secure sector stations require external security authorizations. Stressa. Sorry, I was decoding the first line of each, first letter of each line there. Stressa.
Morning, Mr. Freeman.
You must remember that. Hello.
Looks like you're running late.
Thank you. That is a strange gesture. I think G-Man genuinely made that gesture in Half-Life 2 at some point. I'm good though. How are you?
Barney's been pretty scarce around these parts.
Well, they are usually everywhere.
Guess his bar tab must have finally caught up with him.
About that beer I owed you. Generic, friendly NPC introduction. Hi.
Put some pep in that step, Freeman.
Yeah, you're probably right.
As it is.
So yeah, a lot of this beginning bit. I mean, I don't want to spoil this for anybody who's experiencing the game for the first time. I'm not going to talk about future plot, but we do still have a while ahead of us of non-action.
Oh man, you cut the ponytail. Sellout.
Hey man, if Klein offers you a Mars bar to cut your ponytail off, then you better not refuse. That guy holds a grudge like nobody's business.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were also having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Cool. Whatever they're paying you, it's not enough. Also, those are my glasses. I require them back at the end of the day. Hello?
Ah, Freeman.
Ah, excellent. A female character model. That wasn't in the original. Hashtag not a real remake. Hey.
Please excuse me, Gordon.
Ah, that classic science nerdy voice. Z? No. Middle mouse button? No, I'm sure there was a way to zoom in the original.
Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message.
No. I can't see. I think the experiment will run perfectly today, don't you? Of course. The second... Is that actually Kleiner? Einhart. Have you seen my coffee cup? Don't be ridiculous. Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties? These are lines from the original. I'm not so... whatever.
Dr. Draven and Dr. Engels, please report to Lambda Reactor Complex for audit
Action
review,
move.
scheduled in 15
There's potential here to get completely sucked into the environment.
Good morning, Dr. Freeman.
Good morning, Jack of Jackson Labs.
The thermal protection system seems to be online now. Those TPS reports have gotten progressively worse.
What about a TPS report
Find
is?
good help these
Oh,
days.
would you look at that? Freeman actually did show up for work this morning.
Aye.
Looks like somebody here owes me lunch.
Good morning, Freeman. Shut up.
That's a cackle if ever I heard one. Hey,
Yep. There's a pepperoni pizza in my near future.
you know I had the choice to have pepperoni pizza tonight,
sample
but
was
I neglected it for curry. I know.
Good morning,
Complete
Gordon.
heathen move. Whoa. That is retro. Alright, I really don't want to get, like... I want to try and hit that lovely balance between exploring these wonderful new environments and actually getting a shifty on. Well, in all my years... It's a friendly suited man talking to a balding janitor. Janitors and scientists basically just do the same job, except one's abstract, one's physical. Hey, everybody.
Maybe later, Gordon.
Inexplicable prattling. Oh, that is a change that I did make. Throughout my whole Half-Life 2 series, I managed to avoid putting the subtitles on. Basically, I didn't like the way that subtitles generally spoil future dialogue. They kind of... Rocket mushrooms. Yeah, they can really detract from the drama of a situation. I've put them on here just now. Am I going the right way? I didn't mean to go the right way. Oh shit, they've decided they would like some privacy for some reason.
Dr. Dillard reports residue processing plant is
Goodness me, it's a labyrinth in here. Well, if this is the right way, I'll just carry on with it. Oh, ho.
Morning, champ.
Hello.
Nobody gets to call me champ. There's no exceptions to this rule. Oh.
Have you
Mate?
seen my coffee cup? Good heavens!
What the hell?
It's okay. It's okay. Failed experiments are a part of science. Aha!
Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
You know, ties are a symbol. It's like they've got a leash around your neck.
Khakis.
Man bringing you down. See me wearing a tie? No, you do not. Yangstone. God, this all looks great. I mean, look at the detail on this urinal
Toilet paper.
and this wall above the urinal, the ceiling tile, and me, and done.
Hello?
Look at the detail on the sink.
Hello? Could somebody get me some toilet paper?
Sure thing, buddy. They don't call me a lab assistant for nothing.
Excuse me. Minor emergency.
There you go, my beau.
Oh, thank heavens. I'm in dire need of some toilet paper.
I understand. We've all been there. Just don't ask what I did to the toilet paper before you picked it up. Hey, where's my locker? Freeman. Oh. Why do I have a picture of a child in my own locker? 190. From MIT. Fantastic. Doing some good in the world. What is this? Color polish. You know, oranges never come out quite right in the... Oh. Let's, I mean, what? 190. I bet there are some references here I'm not getting. I don't know what this kid is, though. It's one of the developers' kids. Does Gordon Freeman have a child? Because that puts a new dampener on a 12-year nap. Right. In I get. Oh, yes. Bada boomba. Why not have the button on the door itself?
Welcome to the HEV
Ooh.
Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous
damn.
environment conditions. High impact reactive armor activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors
Whoa.
activated. Vital signs monitoring activated. Automatic medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated. Munition level monitoring.
Munition level.
activated. Communications interface online. Have a very safe day.
Oh well, that's not so fortunate. So I have a wee hotkey set up so that when I want to mute myself, so I can cough or sniff or burp or fart, or have a conversation with my dear cat, then I can just hit the pause key. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay, it's not. I thought it was muting both sources. Sorry, I cut myself off there. It's not. It's actually this. It's never been used to pause anything in the game before. I just use escape like a normal human being. So let's not have that, shall we? I'm going to need to mute it sometimes, and I do not need it to be on the other side of my keyboard. Boom, 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 boom. There's no binding for this. So I've seriously got to change my mute binding. Well, whoops. No, I'm good. I'm good. Input. Oh, what the hell ever. We'll live with it. I will rebound my mute key, for fun. Can I get in here, please? Grab that. And actually, there's a thing back here. I should say I'm on normal difficulty. Generally, the difficulty I like to play the games. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might crank up to hard. I'm not atrocious at these games, but I ain't no Steve McHalf-Life over here. All right, let's go. We got to get to, I think, that lift that I saw the security guard at, and then leading down to the test chamber. Am I going the right direction? The wind is taking me this way, and so this way I shall proceed. Oh.
Go right on through, sir.
Well, I guess I went the right way.
Looks like you're in the barrel today.
You're in the barrel today. Wait, is that an expression or not?
Horn. Please call residue observation tank 4.
Gotta observe that residue, dude. Yeah, well, I have no lab coat. Why are lab coats required in some places and not in others, you may ask? I don't fucking know. Ask the administrator. He sounds like a nice guy. Can I chance it? Whoop! Haha! Every day, every day, every day, I'm the man. Oh. Forgot about the loading screen portion of this whole elevator malarkey. It is not physically possible to reach the door early and open it, for, as far as you are concerned, it is in a different dimension whilst riding the elevator. I do think these loading screens have improved, but it's worth noting that when I played the original Half-Life 2, it was on a significantly worse computer.
Did you catch that last fluctuation? It's nothing to worry about.
See, we just overheard Chekhov's fluctuation there. Control room, test lab access, plasma cells, ionization chambers. These are very intelligent ways.
We should harness the remaining photonic energy.
Almost got me again.
Control. Double-check the
What's up, Doc?
Well, fucking... Sure.
It's been a mess down here this morning. Have fun.
Yeah?
Whew, I'm bushed. Standing around can take a lot out of you.
Yeah, maybe take off the body armor until you're actually getting shot at, just a suggestion. Hey guys, that doesn't seem like the most efficient way to
How
be...
is your novel coming along, Doctor?
Dr. Jackson, one-man survival of Black Mesa testing facility. God, that is just disgraceful. Give me that. There's one thing that the original Half-Life 2 taught me. It's how to put a bin on a can.
Gordon Freeman.
Yes, I know my name.
Functions today.
Thank you.
Going to explode.
No, the system's going to explode. Get it? Control room.
Ah, Gordon, there you are.
Indeed I
Nice of you
am.
to finally join us, Doctor.
We've just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We
You're familiar.
boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%. Bit of a gamble, but we needed the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather he went to some lengths to get it.
Indeed.
They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the test chamber.
Right. Come on then. I'll walk you down.
I love that they add the extra R's. Hi. Come on, do it again.
Busy making last-minute preparations for the new experiment.
Ah, good. Just, you know.
Greetings, Eli.
Morning, Izzy.
I trust this morning finds you well.
Gordon, good morning. I'm glad you're here. These last-minute changes, they're a bit strange to just...
Whoa.
Oh! It's about to go critical.
Watch that stress level, you'll go even grayer. You guys okay?
What in the blazes is going on with our equipment?
It was never meant to do this in the first place.
It's nothing we can't handle ourselves, Eli.
Yeah.
Run along, Gordon. We'll be but a moment.
Just interesting. Kleiner has more hair. Eli's hair is exactly the same as in his future self, except his voice is younger, whereas Kleiner's voice is exactly the same. Between them, they make for one youthful motherfucker. Let me say my game. Boom. I said boom, I say. I'm debating how much to like talk about the future games and any sort of recurring elements that come through it. I think I will, but try and keep it kind of light on any specifics. For those who don't know, these two feature in future games. You know, I think it was always like assumed by the fans, or maybe even confirmed by the developers, that this guy was Eli, and I don't know if this Kleiner was ever original, because thousands of character models in Half-Life 1 looked like Kleiner.
Whilst sipping champagne and resting on our laurels.
Alright. Boom. Well, this place looks
By
warm.
Becquerel's ghost! The radiation level is off the charts.
Alright, guys, any more errors, then I may have to go back and get my helmet.
As an undergrad,
How so?
I've got 2 PhDs and an Ørsted medal, and I find myself doing work best suited for an intern.
Please. You do very meaningful work here.
Really? Push that button, walk over here, push this one, stand and stare at the screen, walk back over there, push another button, again.
Come now, you're overreacting.
I don't know how much longer I can abide these perfunctory tasks. I need more time for myself.
Ha! Don't kid yourself. You wouldn't know what to do with free time if you even had any.
That tears it. I'm going to check with the office upstairs and see how many vacation days I've accrued over the past 25 years. It's high time I took a break from all this.
Certainly, but before you do, activate the electron multiplier and report the reading from the micro channel plate.
Yeah, we're in the middle of something. What's a meta reference to the way that Gordon Freeman will eventually spend his PhD? Luckily, I myself right now am above such petty tasks. At least this looks cool. But I think all this is because Black Mesa is overstaffed to shit. Seriously, every 10 feet there's somebody with a PhD. An Ørsted medal. Just as he got an Ørsted medal. Pretty sure it's mine. So I lost mine in the Great Fire of 73. But I never found its body.
Ah, here he is.
Oh.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedure today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
Indeed.
And potentially the most unstable.
Now, as long as we follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how.
Standard insertion is my middle name.
Although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely. I just don't feel...
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional.
Good God,
We've
man.
assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Guys,
Well,
he
go ahead.
said the RC
Let's
word.
let him in now.
I'm pretty sure we can shut down the test now. There's no wood in here to touch. That was a comforting warning sign on that door. Fine, I'll go. The test chamber. Iconic, so it is, so it is. Haha. Alright, well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up today's episode. In the next episode, we will start pulling levers, pushing buttons, and I'm sure everything will go fine. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do, well, let me and the world know. Hang on. Before they start kicking in with the dialogue. By leaving a like on the video, subscribing if you want to see more, of course, all the usual stuff. I'm a small channel. It helps people find the video a bit more if there's a little bit more heat around, particularly the first episode. So I would appreciate it. But, you know, as always, just hope you guys are along for the ride. I'm really looking forward to this. This is, A, running smoothly, and B, looks fantastic so far. I have full confidence this is going to be very enjoyable. So thanks for watching, folks. See you in the next one.